Hi guys, welcome back. So we are going to look for jobs. Yes, very boring ass jobs. Things I don't want to do, but I have to do. So let me go to here and here. All right, let's see what happened. Let's see what people have been up to. Lead front end development. What the fuck? Hmm. Will there be another day of no jobs? Will it surprise me today with some jobs? It doesn't seem so. So, alright. So I had this keyword idea, but let's do what we usually do. So, this one, and relevance. Just let's scroll a bit. No, let's do date because doesn't look too good. What development manager? What does that mean? Oh, okay. It's like a project manager. 750 a week. Are they insane? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Uh, that's a very low pay. It almost looks like a fake job. Oh, it's like oh, it's like a freelance position. It doesn't say it though. Okay, we'll see. Let's go to the next page. And it's stuck. That's not good. Let's do it again. Okay, we are in the second page. Good. Good, 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 good. It seems that there are no new jobs, to be honest. Um, so what we're gonna do WordPress for a second. Let's do date and let's turn this off. Maybe we'll find something. Manager, web redactor, happiness. What does that mean? Oh, it's the usual. Crazy. Okay. I think I see some of them already. this it seemed very saturated today. So let's do this one, and let's get rid of this one. On date. Too far, too far. Possible. Let's see. I'm not sure if I applied to this one. Maybe I did. Okay, so what is oh, .NET .core? I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I know what it is, but let's see if I apply to this one. Give me a second. It has, oh no, I remember this. I applied to this one, and what happened was is that they ask for like really privacy intensive stuff just to apply, so I did not do it. I remember. It was a bit crazy. Yeah, I think we have seen those. Okay. Um, let's see if we have some more keywords here. Content specialist. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, you're a copywriter and you're a content creator. You're not really like. Oh yeah, you're pretty much a yeah. Crazy. Okay, next. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Give it some time. Alright. Security specialists. Okay. Okay, so there's no real new jobs. Now we know. I think we're looking every day. So I'll show you guys proof, right? So that I'm not there's not even new ones for Svelte. React probably. So let's do Amsterdam for React. And let's do the date. Backend developer React. That's a bit silly. What the fuck is this? Okay. Okay, so it's a remote position that converts me to full stack. I'm willing to do that. So let's see what it's all about. Okay, let's go to my notes. Okay. Um, Give me a second, guys. I want to check the website out before I commit. God damn it. Okay. Okay. So I want to see if I. Oh. Why am I on private mode? Let's do it again. Oh, I have 2 notifications for people that did not apply. Okay. Uh, let's go to. Okay. Let's go to their website. And I want to see what they're asking. Share job. Okay. Apply. Email address. Question. Resume. Where located. Oh, this is the. Okay, fill the information below. Okay, let me apply with this. Let me see what my numbers. I don't even know my own numbers, so let's go to. We're applying, right? Give me a second. I am applying on mobile. Um, where the fuck is this? My number. Okay, my number. Mm, Upload your resume. Okay, let's do that. And let's go to my resume. Good. The Netherlands. And yes. Let me see. Okay, what is my gross salary expectation? Because I'm a full stack mid-level, my salary expectation. Let me think. My salary expectation is gross salary. Why would you like to work here? Okay. Whatever. Not sure. But okay, we had a job, right? So that's good. That's good what we did. Now let's see if it actually falls through. Okay, why is it not working? That sucks. Okay, let's try it again. Let's go to our email if we actually receive something, because then it's okay. We did not receive anything. Forgot everything. God damn it. Okay. 6. Okay. Great. Try to send it again. Maybe it was a mistake. Great. Alright, so we applied something. So we had something, right? So that's good. Um, Alright. Now, uh, we're gonna do some React. Okay. I'm already tired. It's amazing. What's up, Subham? How are you doing? We just applied to one job. We saw one. It is a full stack one, but you know, we can uh we can conquer, right? See where we left off. Tab component is in 2 days. 20 as this 23 of March. We actually are ahead of schedule. Do I see this right? How's school going? Alright. I think it's a fake job, to be honest, the one I've applied to. It says like 1 in 5 jobs you apply to is fake. So and I'm not fake like as in the company doesn't exist, but just fake also the company exists, but they're not really having open positions. Just fishing. Not fishing as in PH, but just fishing for resumes. That's why I don't provide like birthday and location on my resume, those kinds of stuff. Like you can do nothing with my name really because I don't have social media or anything like that. So there's no real profile scraping from my side. My resume is basically useless without my other details. Okay, I don't see. Tab component. But what was it about? Tab component. I'm not sure what the exercise was. Is it like tab filter maybe? No, I filter tab here. Oh, and that is actually the one that we should do today, I see. Okay. But the tab component, not sure what it is anymore. High school is over, I'm just clearing a backlog subject. Oh yeah, the what do you call it? The physics one, right? So you guys have a holiday. That's amazing. Well, you still need to study, but you know. Alright, so let's get some things going. I need to make a filter tab. Right? So let's do that. Let's see if I remember how to do it. Right? Okay. I'm just gonna say like hello world. Okay. And we need to make a filter tab. So what do we need? Well, obviously we need to filter, right? So let's do an approach. And let's do like 15 minutes. Okay. $15. Okay. So how's it going? I think you're gonna make it this time. Did you make a good plan or? Okay. So we need to make a filter tab. That means um. What does that mean actually? Oh, okay. So when you click on a certain button, um, it shows some content. Okay, so that's the goal. Okay, so let's first thing that we're gonna do, I think, is we're going to implement the constants, and we're also gonna, but that will be an accordion, to be honest. We already have an accordion. Okay, let me pause the reset the timer and let me see what I wrote down um, for that. Let me see where it was. Okay, the bounced array, freelance. Give me 1 second. Just checking on the other screen. Okay, React interview questions. I have them here. Okay. Oh no, this is the practice. So this is April. So May filter list. Okay. Let me see. So the filter list is like, no, it's not searching, right? No, because you have the bounce search here. Ah, okay. Give me a second. Control fetching, accordion, filter tab, um, search, filter, fruit. Like I have more context here. I think that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've really finished half of the syllabus. Yeah, like really knowing it or just knowing it? And did you practice? Like, how did you practice this time? I want to know. Okay, so first thing that we need to do, we need to have some constants, right? And let's make some constants, right? So we're gonna filter to a fruit list. So we're gonna say fruits is apple, uh, banana, mango, kiwi, and pineapple. Okay, so we have a fruits list. Now we need to have a certain input. Now why do we need to have a certain input? That's because we need to filter through the apple, banana, kiwi, and those kinds of stuff. And we're gonna do that to searching. So an input is very useful for that. So let's do input. We're gonna say name is value. Value is value. I'm gonna write the other stuff soon. Placeholder. Um, it's gonna be search through fruit lists, and we're gonna have an onChange, and that onChange is going to fire up an event, and that's gonna set a const value set value in a use state, starting with nothing, and it's gonna be set set value to e target value. And then let's show a p just to test it out. So if I have a value here, will it change at the same time? Yes. Okay, so that is working. One-shot lectures and previous year questions. What does one-shot lectures mean? Placeholder change. Okay, this one is correct. And what I want to happen, I want it to filter through the list. So we need a filter, and how we gonna set that on filter? I have to think about that. So we want to have a const search list. It's gonna be fruits.filter, which opens up a item, and that item should be equal to the value so value else show no. Nah, this is not correct, but I'm just doing something here. Okay, this one is still working, and now we need to do search list. It's probably wrong, but it's an approach. It's an approach. That's what matters. Okay, we have something wrong already. Which is this one and this one. The problem with this online React editor is that it doesn't give me clues, so that's a bit annoying. Did I set the timer? I didn't. So we're gonna do the 10-minute timer then. Okay. I just want to have it done in 10 minutes. Okay, let's think about it for a second. it doesn't make any sense if I think about it. Well, it kind of makes sense, but the thing is that if I filter to an item and set it to value, show the value or null, but I don't. Last time what we did, I think we used that item. The item should include value. That's what we did last time, right? Because that's what we're filtering to. We're filtering the item, and the item should include the value. And if it's not gonna render. But I think it's the same what I've put out. But okay, whatever. Um, but then we need to show them somewhere, and we're not showing them somewhere. Like this is, I think this is fine. No, this is not. What am I doing here? I just should do what I did. E set value e target value. That was right what I did here. Okay. Awesome. And then I should say, well, we need to search list dot filter, and then we're gonna filter them out. And then we're just gonna say, obviously we said that we're gonna do a list, but let's just do li for a second, and we're just gonna say key is id, and we're just gonna say item, and that is wrong because we have to put it in these brackets because this is the React way of doing stuff. And well, let's do a list probably because else it wouldn't work. So we have this search list. Why am I doing filter? That doesn't make any sense. Map. Let me think. Kizetsu. Sorry, I was a bit in thinking mode. I'm working on practicing for an interviews, and I'm doing the most common questions. So if I get into the interview, then I'm pretty sure how to solve it. So that's why. GitHub. I don't use GitHub currently. I haven't updated it for more than a year. I have all my projects offline. I'll show you. All my projects are here. So I can upload it to GitHub, but yeah. At the moment, not going on. It covers the entire chapter in details in one video. But are they good videos though? Because, yeah, I just want to know. What am I doing wrong? I'm thinking what I'm doing wrong. Uh, maybe spelling? Maybe maybe I should do index just in case. And let's do just ID, and we have ID here. It's erroring out maybe. So okay, yeah. Okay, that was it. Okay, we do have a list here, so that's pretty much done. I'm pretty neutral about it. Like we did do it in the time, but we were struggling, and I don't like struggling, so I'm gonna set it to a neutral. And mistake is slow. We don't want to be slow, so let's repeat it and let's do it 31st of March. Okay, good. So that is solved. Oh, good. Thanks, bro. Best of luck to you too, bro. Like, if you ask me, like, show me a project, then I can show you a project, right? Like, that's no issue. But currently, yeah, I don't have anything on GitHub. Mm. I do have live projects, so like they're actually online, but not on GitHub because people, I don't know, they probably don't even. I cannot track people looking at my GitHub, and I want to track them. Like if you look at my stuff, I want to know who you are. Because if you look at my GitHub and you go away, I never knew you were there. And then I think, well, employers are not interested in my stuff, so that's why. Okay, the next one is a tab component. What was that again? What was that about? Uh, let's see. Let's see where I have it. What was that about again? I forgot all my stuff. That's not good. This is too long to search, so there should be like. Mm, let me think where it is though. Okay. Do I have like something with tap switch? What was it all about? Okay, okay. Okay, I know what this is about again. Okay, no worries. Let's also do that one then. Um, let me drink first. Um, okay, so we're gonna make a tab filter list. So basically, when you click on a button, it shows us the contents, and when you click on another button, it shows us the content. So that's what we want to do. Um, and yeah, let's actually implement that in 20 minutes or so. So we're gonna say const tab lists, and that's gonna be an array of objects, and the first um, object, let me make it more clean. The first object is going to be what's gonna display? It's gonna be ID. It's gonna be 1, and it's gonna be filter. Okay. List. No. Let me see. Let me get a good name. Answer. Oh yeah, I have to do that soon. Let me set an alarm for this for 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let me do 10 minutes. Okay. And the answer is going to be hello 1. And we're gonna duplicate this here. This is going to be 2. There's also going to be 2. We set a comma, and we're just gonna do like 3 tab filters. Hello 3. Okay, so we did that. Okay, so we have a tab list. Now, the next thing that we need to do, let's think about it. We need to have buttons. So buttons. Okay, so let's create buttons. But I think it's best to map through it with some text. If that is the case, it's gonna be name is gonna be button 1. Then we can just filter the tab list as well. Name button 1, 2. Let's do a comma, both of them. Comma. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna open up the brackets and we're gonna tab list.map. We're gonna say item and ID. Then let's look through it with the return statement. And the return statement is gonna have a button, and that button is gonna have a key with an ID. And this is also item.id, and this is going to be item.name, and let's see if it renders out. Okay, good. So we have 3 buttons. Now, when I click on a certain button, it should be equal to a certain certain stuff. So it should be true. So for that we need to use state. So const very good question. It's because this React playground does not recognize ID. I'm not sure what's going on, but this playground is a bit sketchy. I know that if you don't use an ID, that React has an ID element. But you see what happens? It's gone. So, anyways, React const is also gone because of this, but it's gonna be gone. Let's do data, use data, and we're gonna do use state, and let's start with nothing for now. Okay, so we have that, and I think it's best to use a find here. So const answered is gonna be tab list dot find. Let me see how it works again. So find mdn. if I'm not mistaken, so you're gonna say item, and the item should is it equal to data? Um, then show data, else show nothing. Think we can do that? Else show no. I'll think about it. I have a bro. That's a very sketchy platform. Yeah, it doesn't even give answers, but it doesn't matter. And I will tell you why. Because for interviews, you also don't get like error logging and autocomplete and tell you what's wrong. So it's actually a good thing that this is sketchy. Okay, so we have done the constants, we have done the use state, we have done the find or filter, whatever, find list. We have rendered the buttons, and now we have to attach. Now have to attach it. So I think um, if data is true, uh, yeah, if data is true, give me a second to think about it, guys. If data is true, then I want to render it. I think that's what I want to do, but hmm, let me think about it for a second, guys. Uh, to us, I think we don't need any find filter function. Yeah, I think we do. I will tell you why. Um, because how would you know how to render it? There are different ways. You can also render it with a switch statement, I think, or if else. Yeah, we can do it on click, but this is my way of solving the problem. Give me time to solve the problem. You're right. I need to learn. I usually make like projects instead of this, so I don't think about it too much. Right? So uh, no, I think we can do it this way. I think the find is good. I was thinking about what you said. I think find is good. But I think how I implement the find might be wrong. But let's first work on this. Yeah, let's first work on this. Um, if I want to render out the data, I think I'm missing something here. I need to add the label maybe. like a label or something. Okay, so here's the thing. There are tons of ways to solve this easy thing, right? Well, for you, mate, this might be easy, right? I I usually make projects. I don't think about the stuff. That's why I'm doing it. Um, no, let me first solve the problem, right? Else I don't learn. So, um, so if the data, oh, I also need to do this. Give me a second. Um, hmm. No, I think I think we can do this totally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure now. But how I'm gonna implement it, that's a bit sketchy. So we can say this, and then we say data dot answer because we have answer here. Um, else, let's just do null. I'm not sure if it's allowed now, but and it's not gonna work. Okay, but we have something here. Um, but no, let's not do null. Let's just do it officially for a second. So um, no tabs found or something. I don't know. Okay, and that's true now, and that's always true. So that's not good. But mm, I think what I'm forgetting. Why am I doing this actually? No, what I should do, I should say the item ID needs to be identical to the data. Okay, doesn't work yet. Okay, but we're closer. Mm, okay, but always try. Okay, 5 6 minutes. We're very close. I have to think about it. Like I don't want to say it's always 2v2 like coalescence because that will. I think this one will give issues when it comes to not numbers, right? Not a number. So we don't want to do that. Yeah, I need to update the states, obviously. But then I have to do it here, right? Obviously. Well, obviously, I'm just saying like I know stuff. It's not true. But I'm think on click maybe no because I'm already showing it, so that doesn't make sense. Um, This needs to be attached with the button. That's a problem here. Um, Wait, what am I doing? This doesn't make any sense. Why doesn't it make any sense? Because I'm attaching the data here, and then I say if the data SID is true, the data ends no tab found. That's all good. But I think I need to attach it to an empty. Then I need to another use state. Let's not do that. That makes it too complicated. We can solve it with one state, use state. Yeah. Uh, yeah, for you that might be easy. Like if you're doing React for a couple of years. Like I'm not React fluent, right? I just make projects in React, but I also make project in Vue. I also make project in Svelte. So I'm not like um, you know, one part. So that's why it takes a bit longer. And I have to think because we are doing things the declarative way, right? For me, I just want to attach something and call it a day, but um, that's not gonna happen. Mm. There are two things I'm missing. We do need to have an on-click, right? We need to have an on-click. And when that on-click happened, we need this. But then this needs to be a function. But then I need to empty out the ID. So then I need to say this. I think, right? And then we do something like this. Right? See how weird it acts, this browser. And then we need to say we will set say the use data. Uh, Also, no, wait a minute. Let's do const tab is equal to tab, and we're gonna say set into tab. Okay. We do have an error. Let's see what the error is. Obviously. Okay, this is not necessarily wrong. This is pretty much right. And then I can say on click. I can say fire a function, and we're gonna say answered, and then we're gonna say ID. Not sure if this solves the problem. Oh, it does. Oh, kinda. Oh, kinda. Okay, but okay, we're almost there. But we ran out of time, so. Oh, okay. There's an iteration issue. Let me think. I give it give it a second. Okay, so this looks pretty much right. This is pretty much okay because this ID is not the same ID. Well, kinda, right? But from a different perspective. We have this one, we have this. We're very close. This is no, indeed. I just want to know if I can figure it out real fast. I don't see it though. But we're very close. Bro, I don't use Discord. I have but sure. Um Let me see if I have it, but I'm gonna promise you I'm never on that board though. Let me see where it is. Oh, give me a second, bro. Let me let Mr. ChatGPT solve it for me. Alright, let me see what the mistake was. Okay. Anyways, very close. A small bug got answered. Doing using the ID from map rather than using. Ah, yes, but I knew this one is different from this one. But if I, okay, no, yeah, I know that, but that's what I said, right? This ID is different from that ID. On click, answered item that ID. Is that it? So you're saying it's this? Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay. Wow, I was very close. I'm surprised. Yeah, that was pretty good. I want to say that it's a bit of neutral though, because mistake is ID. Okay, so I know for the next time. Obviously we're gonna repeat that, and let's repeat that on the 30th of May. Do I already have something on 30th May? No, we do not. Okay, good. That was pretty good, bro. Oh, my Discord, by the way. What's my Discord? I will type it for you, bro. But I'm gonna say now I barely use this Discord because I don't have time to answer usually, and I don't have a Discord server yet, right? So, um, but thank you, sir. All right, you can add me. So, let me see. All right. Yes, I have it, but I never use it. Okay, so I'm pretty much satisfied with this. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to do some something. Okay, great. So we did that. Okay. Okay, we have updated that now. 1 second, guys. I'm almost done. Alright, so it's showing incorrect username. Really? No, it should be fine. Yeah, it's good. Let me see how I can copy it. Yeah, no, it's correct. It works. Here. This is it. Alright. I do see a notification though. Pending. Subham. Subham did find me though. Alright, so that was it for React. So we did 2 exercises. One was a bit sketchy though. I wasn't happy with the filter for the tab because we did it right a couple of times, but you see if you go on holiday and come back, you were like, how did it go again? Right? So that's pretty interesting. So yeah, now what we are going to do is we're going to continue the Svelte learning. So if you don't know what Svelte is another JavaScript framework, but we're going to use some Svelte kit. Oh, this is the Discord interactive tutorial. And what we're also going to do is so what are we going to do with Svelte? Well, basically, because I also know Svelte, Vue, and React, I wanna and Next.js, I wanna dive into SvelteKit, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I wanna make a project with it. What project we're gonna make? We're gonna make this project. So, if you're interested in me making this project, it's gonna be pretty cool, right? It's not too complicated. There's some things where I'm like, that's gonna be some thinking, but it's gonna be fun, right? So this is pretty much the project, and here you can see the menu, right? We're also gonna use GSAP and a couple of libraries like Tailwind, or we'll see what happens, right? What I'm most afraid about is actually the beginning, because I don't know the perspectives of the animation, not the after. Like this one doesn't seem to be hard, and I'm not sure if SvelteKit actually has an API for like pre-rendering or loading or anything like that. I know Next.js does, so I'm not sure how to implement that yet, but we'll find out, right? Oh, that's a pretty interesting effect, that this one is scrolling along in the back, which is actually a bug, to be honest. Okay, let me see what you said. Let me try. Find you. Strange. Use frame of motion. No, I'm not going to use frame of motion, because frame of motion is very much tied to React, and GSAP is not. But I get why you say frame of motion, because it's the same way of coding, right? In React. And yeah, I'm not biased for React, to be honest. So React is a way of programming. So you cannot find me. What is your Discord, bro? If you cannot find me, then I'll find you. No worries, right? Okay, so this is what we're gonna make, and we stopped somewhere. I'm gonna explain a little bit about this. I'm gonna go really fast, so pay attention. And I'm gonna explain it in the perspective of Next.js. So let's start here. Let's actually start it in the next desktop. So, okay. These are my notes. This is how my notes are looking like. Let me see. Okay, bro. Give me a second. But yeah, I've never learned frame of motion like really. Like I've used it before, but and I did invest some time in GSAP. So let me see. Didn't work. Double check if that username is correct. Oh, I see. Um, and you typed it correctly, right? Let me see if I copied it. No, I didn't copy it right. Okay. Let me see. Did not work. Double check the username is correct. Okay, maybe you can find me if I use the hashtag something. Let me see what the hashtag was. 8527. Okay. 8527. Uh 8527. How about this, bro? Yeah, I can see it. So I heard about this bug a while ago that sometimes it cannot find you or something. Yeah, did the hashtag work by the way? The hashtag? That's pretty interesting. So that's a debug. Thanks, bro. All right. So let's get into it. So what is SwellKit? Well, if you have React, right, and you learned reactjs, you have a full stack framework, right? A full stack framework, which is Next.js, right? Or Remix, whatever. Yeah? And there's a certain way of programming. Now, Next.js comes with a lot of features that reactjs doesn't have, and that can be useful, especially if you want to have a fully fledged project or application. Now, Next.js is uh, comes with features, right? Comes with features, but is not fully fledged feature, meaning that you can code your own style, right? You can install packages, right? Or decide how to do out and those kinds of stuff, right? You can code it your own way or attach to a um, backend as a service, whatever, right? You can do all this stuff with Next.js. Whereas Laravel, for example, um, is very defined, right? It's defined. Not a lot of room of flex, right? Um, we also have a framework called Angular, and Angular is also defined, whereas React is flexible, right? So that's basically what we do. Now, what is Svelte? Svelte is JavaScript framework, and SvelteKit is a full stack framework. We I'm just naming some definitions, but they're more loose than I'm actually saying, right? And it's just as loose as Next.js, but has own way of implementing freely, right? There are certain things that comes with it that are different from Next.js or very similar, and that's what we're gonna talk about. So I'm gonna say SvelteKit, and I'm gonna say Next.js. So let's start. So if you have used Next.js before, then you're probably familiar that the directories actually makes the routing, unless you use on top routing from another package, right? And you have a layout and you have a page. It's very simple. In a layout you use some UI and other stuff, and on the page you do the actual content which you want to do, right? But if you have another directory, then you can say /blog or /blog slug if you're using dynamic pages. Well, that is pretty much the same in SvelteKit, so that makes it very easy for you, right? So we have a project setup, right? Same. Roots is also a directory, which is just the hashtag, the slash, and this is like slash about, right? Now, it also has page and it also has layout swell. So very similar, right? Are you still following with me? It's not complicated, right? It gets complicated real soon. And well, not if you have Next.js experience, then it's not complicated. Now, a couple of things to say here. So when you Next.js on default, when you're using that, all pages are SSG by default, meaning it's server pages sent to the client. But if you use client on Next.js, then it's a client page, right? So it's just rendered on the client, rendered on client. Here it's pretty much almost the same, but we have a catch here. We say in a page.swell server.js and page.svelte, those are different things. But later on, you also learn that you also have layout server.js. So what does that do? Well, to put it in simple terms, if you make a blog with a dynamic content, you can define the page how it looks like, and then you can say, oh, I am going to load some static data into my page, or both pages, whatever you want, and you're gonna render that in a layout to the page. Now that sounds a bit complex, so let's see an example. So let's go to a couple of pages, right? Layouts, with parameters, page data. Okay, I think pretty much here. So what's happening here? Well, if you have data.js, which is a constant, normally you will fetch from the database some certain content, right? But here, for the sake of the tutorial, you have an array of object, and we say key.values and those kinds of stuff. Now, first, what we want to do is actually want to load it somewhere. But where are we going to load that stuff? Well, we're going to load that into the page.server.js. Okay, so let's do that. That's basically what it said here is what we're going to do. Let me see. Let's add a roots.block.page.server.js. Okay, so plus page.server.js. Notice that it's not .svelte, right? And then we can. I'm gonna explain this. I'm gonna explain this code. So give me a second. I did copy that. Why didn't I copy? Yes, the old. It's like layout, but in an application form. I'm not sure how to say it. So we're loading posts from data.js. Posts from data.js. Okay, very simple. And then we are saying a special function called load, and then we return it into a map. So it maps through the slugs and it maps to the titles. Now what we don't want to do with that, well, obviously we want to loop through that. So normally we have like a map function, but for Svelte it has a special loop which is called each data summaries as. You probably know that this looks like a for each, something like that, or a dot map, but it's basically the same content. Now, one thing that you need to know, that if you are using a page.server.js to load this stuff, then you are able to load data from the prop. So that is something that is a distinction. So we don't have how do you call it? Code splitting hell. Code splitting hell. So code splitting hell basically means that you go from this all the way to somewhere deep level, right? So you don't have that here. You just have your own body, your own local body. So let's adjust that. And this is on the blog page. So instead of these hard-coded links, we're gonna map through it, all right? But also we need a script tag. Script tag is basically like how to import stuff or those kinds of stuff, right? So, so this is loaded, right? These are the titles. Slug titles makes very much sense, right? It says the href block the slug. Well, later on we're going to do this a bit different because it SvelteKit comes with its own um, area that's current, but it's going to be a later stuff. But basically, yeah, this is like mapping, right? Like you just say like data.map whatever in React. This is basically what this is. Very simple. Okay. Now let's do it for the other one. So we're gonna go to slug plus page.server.server.js. What the props does basically in Svelte for each page component creates some kind of context. Yeah, it's like a context. Yes, you can call it that way. Yeah, it's like the same level and the children. That's what it's for. But if you want to use the children, you have to exact define the children. So, um, yeah, I think this pretty much speaks for itself, right? I'm not sure why it became a white team. I'm not sure what happened here. Okay, but yeah, that works, right? Let's check it again. You're just comparing, right? And then you're returning. Now, one thing that is really interesting here, or let's actually do this. So this is in Svelte, just like Next.js, you can have an error page, but this is the way you do it, by the way. It's not, yeah, it's just something you can read about, but not, this is not that special. Right, this makes very much sense if you did programming before. Okay, so something that's very interesting. Something that's very interesting is this part, which is the plus layout.svelte. Because what is unique is that every time when we do the page.server.js, it reloads, but the layout.server.js does not. It's like when you have a use effect, right? And on a use effect, you have let's re-render once, right? Re-render one. That's basically what layout svelte is doing. You're only re-rendering once. Well, that makes very much sense because why do you want to reload this data every time when you update the page server or the page or other pages on the same or the lower level? So we can say instead of page layout because it's consistent. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, slug.layout slug.svelte. Let me see where it is. Now, because let me reload just once. Oh, I reloaded the whole page. That was a mistake. But okay. It's not a big deal. Let's do layout as well. Oh, that gives me an error. Why? It should not give me an error though. Oh, because of the block. Let's go to block. Okay, good. We're back. So basically what it's doing is that when we let me see where it is. Where did I just define it? When we have this aside, which is going to be this one, because we are looping through the same things going to other blog pages in a static way, but looping through because we have this data.js. We said here in the layer.server.js, which is on the blog level, run once. So load this data once. Now, if we do that, that means that when we have clicked one page one time, it remembers because it saves it on the local state of your browser. You also have this with Next.js and reactjs with a package, I think. However, I've not used it before because I had not the opportunity to. Okay, setting headers makes total sense. It's just setting headers like almost everywhere. Lib alias. Remember, we don't want to have this hell, right? We don't want to have like a rooting hell. So they decided. Oh, it's called browser caching. I think you have like a use cache or something in Next.js. I'm not sure. I don't use caching, so basically, yes, in Next.js you have the add way you can solve this one, but in SvelteKit, they decided to have a store. Now you know what a store is. It can be if you have ever used Redux before, right? Then you have a global state with the store, right? With stores. So, or you have like a decoupled file, and that holds info that you can prop. You can prop at any level. I don't think the prop is the good word for it, but can retrieve at any level. And that is what the slib is for. So basically, let me reload. We have a deep nested page and we have the message.js. We can say from this lib library, go all the way here, and instead of doing this, you can just say this. Very simple. In Next.js you can do something like this, right? And it just finds it in the application. But this is also native in SvelteKit, so very useful. No problem. Let me also do it in the other one, the page as well. Filter resolve space is valid. Does this file exist? The file does exist. Oh. Okay. Good. So yeah, that's just pretty much it for this one. How does that look like? Basically, you just have a file, right? And I want to, if it's decoupled, I'm not sure because I haven't researched it, but then you can get it from like everywhere, from to this file. You don't have to go to this, then that file. So it's very, and there are no levels, right? There are no levels. It's just direct. So that's what's happening. So under the hood, there might be some more stuff, but yeah, let's see what the form is about. We have a form here. from a mini database in a RAM. What's going on here? Where is this database then? Where is this database? Because I don't have a database set up. Yeah, okay, it's in the RAM. Okay, memory, yeah. Okay. I'm not a backend developer, so I wouldn't know. But let's read it. Used to be, if the database that used to be set. Okay, so you're setting a new one. Create to do, okay, with the user ID, with the user ID attached. But then you also need another ID for the to do, okay. Usually to do ID. If you want to delete, you need both of them, makes sense. Okay, that's the only thing what we do. Okay, great. Let's read. We just use a form post, so we're using native HTML. That means that we don't have to use JavaScript. That's beautiful because that's where React has a problem. Okay, so on the page that's server.js on the roots. Okay, let's read what we have now. Roots page server.js. If you type something in the input and hit enter, the browser makes a post request because the meta posts yes to the current page, but it results in an error because we haven't created a server-side action to handle post requests. Okay, so let's see how this look like. Okay, it's waiting the response. Request form data. Is that how you do it? I did not know that. Create to do, cookies get to do, data get description. Okay. But do you get like every description? That I don't know. So form data is then a native JavaScript. Yeah, okay, so it's a native, oh, you can do more? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome, bro. Did not know that. But I'm not like a full stack developer, so I've never touched that. So that's pretty good. But it says requests. Okay, where's the request coming from? Let me read. Oh, it's coming from the project itself. Oh, okay. I'm defining something. Oh, okay. Yeah, here's the empty things. Okay, create could do, get and data get. Where's this coming from? Oh, that's coming from the database. Okay. Cookies.get user ID. Yeah, you're getting the user. And data get description. Okay, but it says description like this, so I want to check the database again. How that description is defined. Okay, so oh, it's to do dot push, so it's an array. Then, so you're getting all descriptions back, or just one? Let me see. Oh, no, just one here. But then you need, later on you can push. Okay, so let's try it out. Where is the input? Oh, we do not have that yet. Let's go to the page. Let's see what this. Okay, so let's put it here somewhere. Let's add it to do. Hello. Okay, good. No problem. Awesome. Right above. No way. You said right above? Let me see. No, this is the wrong page. The other one. Let me see. This one. Yeah. There's no ID. Create an ID. Set user ID to the homepage path. So put it in here. Unfortunately, I cannot check if the cookies are here with this interactive learning, but I assume it's there, right? So, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Cookies. Okay. Let's go to the database again, just in case. Uh, so it's an native one. Let's go back. Reading and writing cookies. Okay, yeah. I see. Okay. Yeah. It's in. All right. Mm, well, since we're gonna make an SPA, so I'm gonna skip certain things. Let's check the validation just in case. Required. Description is empty. Okay, so it's just error logging. Okay. From the back end and the front end, obviously. Okay. Okay, good. Let's go see where we should go next. CRUDs, no. App.state. Let's see what it's all about. Okay. Circuit makes 3 read-only states object available to the app.state module. Page navigating and updated. The one you use mode is page, which provides the information about the current page. Okay, so it's like an object that comes with these stuff, and we can do something with that. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, so if you use page that has this object data, this has this data, so then you can say area current is page.url, the path name is /about. Let me see what the advantage of this is. Accessibility. Oh, maybe routing even. Is this a way of routing? Single page application. Let me see what the URL. Oh, okay. It grabs the. Yeah. No, it grabs the. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what pad name is coming from. I think the pad name is coming from the native JavaScript then. Okay. Or maybe the object, right? But that's fine. Let's look it up. Single page application. Okay. Let me see. I want to know more about this one. The pad name. You want to know what this is? Where it's coming from? Is that your question? Could be. So it's like an it's from the URL, sure. We'll see. Followed by the party URL, not including the cruising. Okay, sure. No worries. Navigating, what is this? Navigating object representative of navigation. The navigation code because of click link or back forward or the programming go to because the algebraic the following the from and to params root and URL properties type of navigation link pops out to code. Okay. Why would I use this? I will use it so I know so the navigation knows what page I am. Oh, and it can show a loading indicator. Okay, so we have a loading indicator when we are okay. Okay, good. Sure. Let's go to layout as well for a second. Just low enough. Okay. And that gives me an error because we are forgetting something probably. Because we're getting navigating. Okay. Okay. Fair. If navigating to, there are just objects on this navigating object. Cool. Awesome. This would be very useful if you have like a bigger page, right? So, all right. What is updated? The updated state contains true or false depending on where the new version of the app will be updated. Okay, so this is like an what was it? ISR or something, right? Like an ISR or what was the other one? I forgot. The other one. More live, right? Okay. More let's see. Let's see. Version changes only happen in production, not during development. For that reason, updated current will always be false in the tutorial. You can manually check for versions regardless of the poll interval by calling the updated check. That's pretty cool. Very useful. But you can actually, like, if it's updated, that you actually get an I know Next.js has this, so that's pretty cool. Okay, next. There are two types of errors in SvelteKit. Oh, are we gonna go to errors now? Let's go to errors if we actually have errors. So let's see the hooks. What they have. Handle. Provides several hooks, ways to intercept and override frameworks default behavior. The most elementary hook is handle, which lives in a source.hooks.server.js. Wait, let me reload the page because it did a bit weird. Source hooks.server.js. Handle event resolve return a way to solve event. Okay. Resolve is where the magic happens. The SvelteKit matches the incoming request URL to a root of your app, imports the relevant code, page server node and page.svelte, and so on. Loads the data needed by the root and generates the response. The default root handle looks like this. Yes. For pages as opposed to API, you can modify the generated HTML with transform page chunk. Okay. You can also create entirely new roots. Don't see the usability right now. Why I would do this? Yeah, override the default behavior, but why would you do that? There must be like a very specific reason that you want to do that. You would know. Okay. You would know better than I do. Let me just read relaxed, right? Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Sure. Yeah, I rarely do, so ping pong. Oh, I know what you mean. So let's assume you have authentication, but the user's not logged in. User not logged in, right? Logged in, you just redirect them, right? You redirect them to like /pong, right? Or ping pong or something, right? Or if the user is logged in, if user is logged in, this is like the backend routing stuff, right? If user is logged in, then you go to, for example, the dashboard, right? And then you can say like, hey, and you grab the name from the cookies, right? From cookies, and then you can override. You can override this override with pink color, right? Something like that. Yeah, okay. I understand. Oh, that's pretty cool that I have it like this. I like that. Good. Well, I haven't done backend. I'm just reading, but I think it works that way, right? Like I did like a little MVC one day. So let me see what this is. The request event object. An event object is passed in a handle is a string object, an instance of a request event that is passed to API routes in server.js files. Form actions in page to server.js, a load function in page server layer server. Okay. I cannot see it. You have to type it or type it in Discord. It contains a number of useful properties and methods. Some of you already encountered. Okay. The user panel is to add some data to event logos and handles so it can be read as subsequent load functions. I don't see the usability of that at the moment. Give me a second, bro. Let me see what it's all about. But I think you're a full stack guy, right? You're a full stack guy. Because else you wouldn't know certain stuff. You already have a model? Okay. Yeah, you're a full stack. And you were a front-end developer? Oh, this is like a linked, I call it like a linked tree, right? Oh, a bento box. If you come with this in portfolio in my country, they wouldn't hire you. I hate to say that, but I think it works in your country. So let's see. So okay, you're a you have done computer science. I can see. You also do some DevOps like AWS and Azure and those kind of stuff. Cool. C, C++. Or you have some control setup. Or you have some web analytics. Is this a real one? I will check it. Let me see. Let's go to network. Okay, you have post hoc set up. Just wanted to check, right? Okay. Oh, you have like a. Oh, this is. Oh, you also did some hacking then? Let's see. Yeah, code hacking. Cool, man. Looks fine. Let me see the mobile version. You could have used some Dragger here, right? That's some improvement here. It's not. I think that's very easy to implement, right? And Dragger. So. We have a little bug here, my friend. It shows me the bar. You can hide the bar here. Very easy. Okay. See, good. Let me see. What is it built with? I think it's React. It doesn't say what it's built with, right? Let me see. Build with. Let me see. Next.js? Okay. You host it on. Oh no. Did you host it in AWS? No way. That costs a lot of money, bro. So a mail, okay. Oh, for sale. Okay. Oh, okay. For sale, hosted on Amazon. Sure. Okay. Cool, bro. It's compatible. Well. Let me see. That's good, bro. All good. I'll show you what I built lately. Let me see. Svelte. With Svelte. Okay, I don't have it here, I think. Give me a second. Svelte R. You can check it out. I built this website. So let me go here. Oh, it's gonna. I hate that. So I have to grab it here, and then you can scroll if you want to. Anyways, let's go back to it. Let me read what you said. Oh, the stuff. Yeah, I'll check it after. I check the rest after the stream. I don't want to play sound, because sounds can be copyrighted, uh, right? So I don't want to get into that. I already have a copyright strike because I use something. So let's. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, that's pretty useful. You can hard code it in a hook and then use it anywhere. That's pretty cool. Can I use that here though for my project? Do I need anything that should be hard coded here? Thinking about it. No, I'm not gonna use that. So we're gonna skip. Handle fetch always useful. Let's see how they do it. Fetch API. Let me see. Let's go to the hooks.server.js. Okay. Well, this is a bit okay. Let's see the fetch API in documentation. Oh, not here. I mean on the documentation itself. Give me a second. Let's do fetch. Okay, but what if I want to load fetch JSON placeholder with Svelte. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, okay. And it has an inner fetch then? Okay. Okay, okay. No worries. But I did not talk about the fetch function like that here, right? Oh, it did. And even request. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I cannot play the music or anything like that because I get a copyright strike for like I don't know like less than 1 minute watching something. Um, very unfortunate. So yeah, music and anything that's YouTube or I cannot do, bro, because the nowadays they copy strike you for like even like a second or something. So we are at the handle error. It's basically this. Sure, sure. Okay, let's see what we have here. Page options. And you start to load the data. You saw how we can load page. Yes. Um, client. Whether the pre-runner. Okay, the pre-runner could be. Hmm. Won't be useful for my case though. Later, bro. All good. All good. Take care, bro. Thanks for being here. I try to stream every day, but yeah, I'm here. Page options. If exported. I see. Let me reload. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, I know this, bro. I've heard I heard about the Y Combinator stuff, but we don't have it here. Yeah, thanks, bro. I see you along. Thank you for stepping by. I appreciate it, bro. I try to be here and try to be consistent, right? See you later, bro. Good night. What's up, Supam? You're giving me the eyes. Um. Okay. But then you have to set it specifically, though. Okay. Makes sense? Oh, okay, so if I'm doing only SSR, then. But no, I'm gonna need. But what I wonder about what the default setting is then. So the default setting is SSR. So if I reload, then the default setting of the page that's swelled is server-side render then. That's for the only thing I need to know. Yeah, okay. Client-side rendered. Pre-render. Let's read it. me see what he sent. All right. So we're almost done actually with the. We have to do pre-render and preloading, and let me see. We don't need to do advanced routing, I think. No. Advanced loading. Nope. Environment variables. We maybe no. Also not. Okay. So this is 3 more pages. I think we can finish it today. So. Pre-rendering means generating for page once at build time rather than dynamic for each request. The advantage is that serving static data is extremely cheap and performant, allowing you to easily serve large number of users without worrying about cache-controlled headers, which are easily get wrong. The trade-off is that the build process takes longer, and pre-rendered content can only be updated by building and deploying a new version of the applications. To pre-render a page, export cons is pre-rendered, it's true. Here in the tutorials, this won't have a server effect since we have in dev mode. Not all pages can be pre-rendered. Okay, I understand what's going on. So basically, what you're saying, so if you land on a website, some pages are pre-rendered and some pages are not pre-rendered. And this is useful when you have like a big application and it enhances performance. But then you don't have to do it like the cache control headers way. Okay, I think I understand. Okay, here setting pre-render to true inside your root Subversive effectively runs SvelteKit into a static site generator. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Okay, good. What is the next one? The next one is preloading. Okay. In this exercise, the slow A and the slow B routes have both artificial delays in their load functions. Okay, so it's less like a timeline. Okay, so let's significantly do that. Okay, so it takes like slow, right? Okay. You can't always make your data load more quickly. Sometimes it's out of your control. Yeah, it's just like a database or somewhere else, right? Outside of the application. Thanks, bro. Makes your data more quickly, turns out to control, but speed up application. When an A element as a data Svelte could preload data attributes, Svelte will begin a navigation as soon as the user hovers over the link on depot or taps it on mobile. Try adding it. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do layout.svelte, and we have like a stuff, and then we say, let's see what happens here. Okay, what happens now? Data to shortcut preload data. Okay, so let's actually do. Navigating slow A will now be noticeably faster. Starting navigation on hover on tab rather than waiting for a click event to be registered might not sound like it, but much difference. But in practice, it typically saves 200 milliseconds. That's enough to be the difference between sluggish and snappy. You can put the attribute on individual links. Okay, so because I hovered over that, oh, that's very interesting. Let's do it again. Okay, so let's okay. But now I already loaded them. Oh, okay. Ooh, I like this one. I like the viewport one. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Disable behavior. Good. Oh, god damn it. Then I think that's it. Okay. We have seen pretty much everything. So we can actually start the projects next time. And we're gonna build it at the same time next year's. Probably. And obviously we're gonna use AI because we're building projects for a yeah. Okay, that's cool. So we can basically start the project. That's amazing. I'm very excited to start it. Mm, let me think about it. When should I start it tomorrow though? That's the question. Because Svelte is not like in a hurry for me, but what is in a hurry for me is um, making a Next.js project with Redux and those all the stupid stuff, right? And GraphQL or whatever. Okay. But now it's 1 a.m. So I think that's good for now, right? That's no issue. And then I'm gonna do some things behind the scenes. We're gonna make a script tomorrow, and then we're going to start the project. I think that's what we're gonna do. And that's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. I'm excited, but also nervous because this is like a step up for my game. And yeah, I think when employees see this, like I'm good to go, right? So bit nervous about this one though. I'm not sure where these lines are coming from. Really have to think about the complexity here. because this is pretty much complex, right? And especially when you're gonna make it on mobile and the other ones. Like he's using Framer, so when you use Framer, then things get more. We'll think about it. Anyways, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make it 697 years, and I will see you until next one.